terrified. I mean, watching it now, the rest of the zombies are just naff. It was a bad film, but that scene scared me, and I couldn't get away quick enough. So for me, the fear of zombies has never been being captured and being eaten by them. It's always them being just there, or just behind me. And the wife says, and I'm always looking for escape routes. If we go anywhere new, I'm like that. And so I was like, you're looking for an escape route, ain't you? I said, well, you never know. If they come around that corner, girl, follow me. I'm up that. Because they do them zombie walks, don't they?
Yeah.
When I heard about that, I wrote a short story about some bloke who, like me, and just opened fire on them, because I mean, they've done one in Brighton. And if I hadn't have known, if I'd have gone to Brighton and not known that was happening, and then I turned around and suddenly see a load of... I mean, I had a 28 days later moment a couple of years ago, because I was down on the seafront fishing, got my earphones in, got the Jaws soundtrack playing, because I'm that guy.
Because you're there, right?
And all of a sudden, something caught my eye. Now, the beach where I was, it's pebbles. We have a pebble beach, so it's not sand. And it's like a 45-degree angle. You walk right the way down. And I turn around and I see about 45, 50 people running full pelt down to the sea. And I'm like, what do they know? What do they know? What do they know? What do they know? And then they stopped, and then they'd done a couple of jogging on the spots and ran back. And they'd come from the gymnasium at the top of the seafront. And one of their exercise was to run down to the seafront and run back. I've just turned around and seen a load of people running at me, thinking 28 days later, I'm like, no. But I was like that. Ooh, have a little sit down now.
Well, I've got something that you probably wouldn't enjoy then. So I'm a pretty active guy and do a bunch of different stuff, cycling, bit of running, all that kind of crap. And 5K races have become just immensely popular over here. It's just they're big money makers. It's something that a lot of people can participate in. They do right in my area a 5K zombie race. So you go out and run a 5K, and they get like 100, 200 people that are really into the dressing up and the makeup, and they dress up as the zombies. And I mean, these people go over the top over this stuff. And then what they do is your race takes place in a kind of like a rural kind of wooded area, kind of park area. And these people that are dressed up as zombies go out and just hide up, and you're running this 5K and praying to God that you don't run into any of these people. You know what I mean? Can you imagine that? I know a guy that participates as a zombie every year. Yeah.
Oh, God. We used to have. They still do it up where I used to live. They used to do the Halloween nights, and there's a place up the road from us called Fort Amherst, and it's a Napoleonic fort, so it's really old and all that. I mean, where I used to live, there's so many Fort Amherst, Fort Bridgewood, and all that, but they used to do a Halloween thing, and you go in there, and it really just goes into the side of like this hill, and it's just cut for miles and miles, just these tunnels and that, but they'd light them all up, and you'd have a guide, and they say, and this is where the mad doctor did this and that, and you're like, yeah. And then there was one bit, and they walked into this big room, and they said, no, you've got to stay here because something is very bad in this room. And then the lights went like deep green, and they got a load of people from the college dressed up as zombies, but they buried them in the dirt under about 2 foot of dirt, and then when we go in, they suddenly start coming up out the ground. Oh, I had a moment of self-reflection there. I was like, why are you here, Lee? And to the point where I actually did turn around and scream into the face of one of them to go forth and multiply, because everywhere I looked, he was there, this ginger zombie. Yeah, look, will you? And I really couldn't wait to get out. I was like, I'm never going back there again. But it's so well done. They do them every year at Fort Amherst and all that. But there's so many old places around England. It's like, I mean, you can't move for castles and all that, but
yeah, we don't have many castles here in America, that's for sure.
No, I mean,
we're new compared to you guys,
we've got libraries older than America.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
I mean, we've got
of course.
corners. I mean, just round the road from us, it's lovely. It's you know, the buildings and all that, because I live just along the coast from Hastings, where the Battle of Hastings 1066 was, and I was doing the maths, and it's sort of like, would it be in like 56 years or whatever it is, that would have happened 1,000 years ago?
Yeah.
1066 to now, it's like, what? But to us, it's like, oh yeah, 1066, not that long ago. And it's like, it kind of was, but it's like, no, you kind of were, because everything around us is bloody ancient and all that, which is lovely.
Yeah.
And all that, 'cause I used to live up near
University is older than the Mayan Empire. I think I read something like that somewhere about
what university?
Oxford.
Oxford University is older than the Mayan Empire. Something like that I read recently. It's maybe not.
I don't know about that.
It's old.
How old's the Mayans? That was conquistadors, wasn't it, and all that? Wasn't that when the Spanish came over and done the
Spanish
Mayans?
Inquisition in the 1500s. Would have been 1500s. So, I mean, you guys have pubs that are older than we are. That are still running.
Oh God Almighty, we got pubs. I mean, we drive past a pub in Maidstone when coming from my mother's back down here, and I think that was from 14 something, and there's a little painting written on the wall that 13 people were martyred there because they wouldn't convert, so they just burnt them to death. So that's how old that pub was, and I think it's 10 something actually. But everywhere you know, there's not, you're never very far from somewhere ancient. And as soon as I live on the south coast, they're normally the pensioners. But it's like Florida. There's so many old people apparently, and it's the same here. All the shop windows are bifocal.
By the way, Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. That's what I meant to say.
Aztecs, yeah. Well,
Aztecs.
Oxford has been around since 1096 in some form. Since 1096.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Older than the Aztec Empire. Isn't that crazy? That's a great.
It would surprise me.
There you go.
The dreaming spires of Oxford, as they call it.
So zombie films. If you had to grab, say, 2 or 3 that are big inspiration, or ones that you draw from more than others, what direction would you go in? Because it's kind of been going through cycles and waves. Like, you know, the originals that hit and came through, you know, in the 60s and a bit in the 70s. And then when I was a kid in the 80s, you saw a bit of a resurgence. You know, like Return of the Living Dead was like those. You know,
I still can't watch that.
Stuff.
It's ridiculous. Really? That film scares me. And it's stupid.
Oh my God.
It's a comedy.
That was my introduction. Day of the Dead was my introduction to the zombie films. I was at a birthday party and had a copy of the Day of the Dead. And you know that one of those first scenes right there. All of a sudden, all the arms just pop into the all. You're like, oh my gosh! Okay, we're watching this one with the light on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. and I watched that at 4 in the morning before going on a paper round as a kid. And I don't like zombies. And I lived over the road from a cemetery.
Oh, Jesus. Well, and then Return of the Living Dead. It came out. There was 3 of them, and we were all fans of them. Yeah, there was comedic parts to it. There was punk rockers in. I mean, you name it. But like, really was seriously drawn to that, and that really kind of spawned off a bit. And then it kind of lulled for a while. And I want to say, I don't know what, like early 2000s. Just when like The Walking Dead came back out, they were redoing a bunch of the films.
Well, Dawn of the Dead remake really.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead was remade, and then there was Day of the Dead. I mean, it was, and then like 28 days later, I mean, you had all those. Oh, it made a big resurgence. So, is there a couple that you really draw from?
I know. Day of the Dead. Terrified me, but loved it because of Bub. You know what I mean?
He's the greatest zombie character ever.
And poor Dr. Frankenstein and Dr. Logan, wasn't it? And all that. And it's all like, and it was just a gore fest, wasn't it? And like they said, none of Tom Savini's zombies ever had eyebrows. And it was like, they didn't, did they really? But have a look at the old blue ones, no eyebrows. But no, I think really that Day of the Dead, because Return of the Living Dead. I mean, I watched that on a summer's evening. It was lovely out, and I'm going to watch that. And I didn't like it because it totally changed the rules.
It did.
You know, it's
yes.
like thunk when they put. But I mean, it was funny. He goes, right, I'll open the door, you do it. And it just ran straight past him and round the corner and grabbed hold of Bert. Or, Ernie or Bert, one of the two, isn't it? And have you seen the documentary?
No.
About.
No.
Do you know what? Honest to God, right? Hand on heart, Gary Smart. That done it. It's the best horror documentary of a film I've ever seen in my life. I think it's A Return to the Living Dead. I think it's We Belong Dead, A Return to the Living Dead. And oh God Almighty, it's very toxic. The interviews, because there's one person that don't like him and one person don't like that, and none of them like her. And
really,
but then one of them, then one of them turned out to be a bit of a wrong un, didn't he? One of the actors in it. Yeah, but in the video, in the documentary, that's not mentioned. But God Almighty, they really hated one of the girls because they thought she was, sleeping with Dan O'Bannon, and she's like, well, I did meet him at a strip club, and it's like, oh, okay, and the poor bloke who was doing the makeup to start with, the stuff it was bad. But he didn't have much time to do it. And then they got someone else in, and it was like brilliant because, the severed head, and they've got video of it, and it's just like someone just painted yellow with big shoulders up to there on them, and the head is like, oh, that's bad. That's really no. And they sacked him, and one of the producers, some English mush with a big beard, he seemed a bit nasty, but it was really a really good video. I'd say that is probably the best documentary I've ever seen on a film because it's really warts and all, and it's not just monkeys throwing poo at each other. It's like,
what is it called?
I think it's called More Brains: A Return to the Living Dead. And I'll look on my phone as well.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. I mean, I haven't watched the films in a long time, but I have the first one on DVD floating around somewhere. I mean, I was a fan of that. I mean, we were teenagers when that came out, because you and I are about the same age, Lee. So we were like, I want to say we were young teens or whatever, maybe a little younger when that came out. And my buddies loved it. I mean, it was zombies. It was funny. I mean, it was a little bit of pop culture was mixed in there. You know what I mean?
Is that the one with Quigley? The first one?
Yeah. And they tell you about how they done that effect and all that. And Steve Johnson said he was watching it because he done the stuff on the second one. He done stuff on the third one as well, I believe. And he's sitting there, he goes, yeah, I was watching Return of the Living Dead, and Linnea Quigley was dancing up on the gravestone, and I went, I'm going to marry that girl. And he did. they did marry for a while and all that.
Yeah, it's available on YouTube, Amazon Prime, and YouTube TV, that documentary. It's available to watch.
Yeah.
It is.
Because it came up, it was mentioned, and I'm friends with the bloke who done it, Gary Smart. And and he gave some away. And I said, oh, looks like I missed the boat on that. And he said, hang on a minute, I'll DM you. And he goes, right, what's your address? And I told him. He's like, and he sent me a DVD of it and an autographed picture of Ernie. The autopsy.
Yeah.
What was his name? Passed away not long ago, didn't he?
I'd have to look it up.
Oh, that's terrible. I know him as well. Don Calfa. And he actually sent me a signed photo of him as well. And it got water damaged. And I said to him, like, oh, it got damaged. I don't see. He goes, yeah, I've got a stack of him in my lockup. When I get time, I'll send you another one. So every 4 months, I'm like, picture. What? My own silly fault for letting it get damaged. But I do love a good
Robin Tierney from Emily Joe's group is hanging out with us. She says, Dawn of the Dead 2094, good use of Richard Cheese, down with the sickness.
It really is, isn't it? I love that version. And that's from the return. That's from the new Dawn of the Dead, wasn't it?
Yeah, the remake. Yeah,
because I thought that popped into my head a couple of months ago, and I thought it was that other one that was when where it takes place in. They've sealed off Las Vegas.
Oh, that's the one made for Netflix. I forget what it's called. The Zack Snyder.
Yeah. And I thought it was that, but it was another Las Vegas showboat tune at the beginning of it when they're all running through and killing everyone and all that. And it's sort of like, it's like, have you seen the new trailer for the new 28?
Yeah, the Bone Temple. 28 years later, the Bone Temple.
I think that I'll watch it because I've got to, but I think they've lost their way a bit. They're not. The first one and the second one really scared me. I'm not a fan of watching the first one because that bit, I don't like being chased by, and my heart would be going like that. And in that latest one, at no point was I ever worried, concerned. I was probably too hypnotized by that giant's dick. I mean, it's like, enough of that. You don't need it.
The alpha.
Oh my God! Look at that! What? Oh, can you? Oh. You know what I mean? It's like I don't need it in my life. But I noticed in the images I've seen in this one, he's got a loincloth on now. So I don't know if the doctors had a word with him or whatever. And the Jimmy Diamond, whatever his name is, the baddie who was the kid at the beginning, wasn't he? Mm-hmm. At the end of it. Yeah. They turn up and they all look a bit like Jimmy Savile, which is shouldn't. But then people turned around and said he wouldn't have known who Jimmy Savile was because it happened before he was outed as what he is. And I was like, oh, it's all too confusing now. But it's like, no, I think I was never scared, and I do get the willies in horror films as such, So it was like, oh, and I was like, oh. I don't know.
Well, they kind of changed the rules on some of the newer ones because all of a sudden the zombies were pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
Oh, running zombies. Oh. I mean, the thing is, in 28 days later, they're not zombies. They're humans. They're just mad. Yeah. You can shoot them dead. They can starve to death. And I got a letter in Fangoria over that years ago when that first came out, arguing it's not a zombie film. But yeah, when they start running, it's sort of like, really? It just makes it more terrifying for me. For me, the biggest fear was the inevitability. Oh, they're going to get me. All my camera's all the wrong way around, but I can't do it. But them just behind you, just relentless onslaught. But in films now, like in The Walking Dead, zombies are set dressing. Really, they're the background threat. It's always the new big baddie that you've got to look out for. Oh, and the zombies and all that, because you can only go so far with it. I mean, I'd be at the first tree. That's where I'd die if they rocked up. I'd have to get my Indian punching knife out.
Have you watched The Last of Us, Lee?
That's good. It's an artifact. Right? Yeah, I just had to finish myself. The Last of Us. I haven't seen the new because people spoiled it on the internet that something very, very bad happens to someone I liked, and did they have to make it that bad? And now my brain's overdoing it. So you know what? I'd rather just not watch it, and in my head he's still alive. Although I know I've got to watch it because I did enjoy it. I love the idea of him, plant people, whatever. Right. But is it good then?
It's terrific. It's the same thing happened when the game came out. When the second game came out, somebody spoiled the major plot of the game, and fans were furious. And the same thing happened with the TV show. They ruined that big reveal. But if you watch it, I play the video games. They're terrific. They're the best video games I think I've ever played. Strongest story, and they really make it work, and you'll understand why they did what they did in the context of where they went with the story. So it's you already know, so you might as well watch it.
I might as well kick in on it because there's nothing worse when a series. I mean, I used to love The Blacklist, and then what happened in that? I'm like, what? There's no coming back from that. I mean, can I say it? I mean, it's been off the air for a while, isn't it? Now The Blacklist.
I think so.
It's been gone It's been gone a long time. Well, when she dies, it's like, right, there's no point now. The whole story arc was her trying to figure out who he was, and now she's gone. It's like, well, what are you gonna do now? And then it turns out he might have been a woman with fate who'd been, turned into a man. It's like, what? And it was Will Reddington, and he might have been her mother. And it's like, oh, just. And then he goes and gets mullered by a bullock, and it's like, oh, just quit while you're ahead. Dexter should have quit after the Trinity Killer. I thought that was the perfect ending because it left the kid in the same position as Dexter was when he was a kid, just surrounded in blood by his parents. And it's like, oh, and then they had to keep going. It's like, oh, just know when to stop. We had it over here with Only Fools and Horses. Don't know if you get that over there.
Zombie films. What about the 1978 George Romero Dawn of the Dead? What about that one?
Oh, probably one of the first ones I saw.
I saw that too. I was 15 and it scared the shit out of me. But
yeah. I mean, I had a bit of a wobble. I had a bit of a wobble with the custard pies. And the did. I was like, hang on a minute.
What? Music
I was really scared. But when Flyboy comes out of the lift, I don't like going in lifts because of that. My wife says, every time we wait for a lift, why are you always on the back foot when it opens? I said, in case they all do that. and she goes, and when we're in the lift and we land, and you press the button, why do you always do that? I said, in case I do that again. I said, I'm always looking up, seeing that I can get out. And I retouched a picture of him. It came out quite well because I had to really make it huge of just his face and all that, and I put some different sort of eye color and gave some glints. I love putting glints in eyes in pictures.
That's smart.
And I love doing drool. I love doing dribble and saliva. And how I do it is I clone a picture of an icicle. Then I make it slightly transparent, and then I warp it and stretch it, and then make it bulbous at the end. Then I'll erase a bit in the middle so it's stringy. And hours of fun doing that, and then turn it red and it becomes blood. But just love it. But now the old zombie films of George Romero, I mean, loved them. Can't fault them.
That film made me terrified of Hare Krishnas.
I fell out with it.
Matt and I saw it. We had a friend that worked at the theater, and he called us like an hour before the show because it was a sneak preview. It was an unadvertised sneak preview down in Tampa. And so I can't tell you what the movie is, but come see it. And I walked out of there. I was, oh my God, I want to go to the mall again.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember reading them.
Go ahead, Lee. I didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize.
No, I was just saying I remember reading the novel in bed and being, I don't know, I shouldn't read this before I go to sleep.
Mind plays tricks with you. I remember reading Helter Skelter, and I get to the part where they're creepy crawling somebody's house, and my lamp burned out.
Ooh.
All of a sudden, I was in the dark. So yeah. Ugh.
I've got a very small connection to Night of the Living Dead and I'm sorry, Dawn of the Dead. So that was shot, or a bunch of it was shot at the Monroeville Mall, which is not just outside of Pittsburgh. And I went to college here in Pennsylvania, which is where I'm at, Pennsylvania, here in the States, which was about 45 minutes away from where I went to college. And my wife and I went to the mall, just to check out the mall. And, and for as far as I know, it's still in existence. And I think that when Romero came back in like 2005, he shot somewhere out in Pittsburgh again, too, because it's Pittsburgh area, especially this time of year, it's a pretty dreary place. So honestly, it seems to be because of the weather, because of all the lake effect weather. So it seems to be maybe kind of helps a little bit with the setting and with the atmosphere of the film. So
yeah, gray,
oh yeah, very much so. Yeah,
I wouldn't like to go there.
So question for you here as we're kind of rounding in on the hour. So I had told everyone, if you don't know who Lee is, you definitely know who Lee is if you've seen this book because that's Lee's work on the front
Great.
of the book. And do you have anything going on currently? Are you like do you have some type of vision with things? Are you working on anything in particular? Like what's going on in your world right now as far as this goes?
No, nothing really. Like I say, I've gone through a little bit of a dry spell of, creativity or making stuff. I've gone back to, like painting. Like canvases and all that. I don't know.
Sure.
I had some down there. I think they've disappeared on me as they would. But like evil clowns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'll tell you to put. Yeah,
they really are.
I've got a clown suit, and my wife won't let me wear it. And I'm not allowed to wear it over my local club at Halloween because the landlady doesn't like clowns. And I'm like, oh come on, it's only me under here. Although it was funny because one year we went over there and I'd done all the makeup on myself and then put, the face paint. And then I put the rubber mask on and we all went walking over to the club, which is only across the road. And I was like, yeah. And the moment I took the mask off, it all ran off because of the condensation inside the rubber mask. And I'm like, oh, now I just look stupid. I look like I've had a good cry and all that. But the last time we went over there,
the original It ruined my wife on clowns. To this day, she can't stand them. Very, very creeped out by them.
TV show is great too, by the way. Derry, great TV show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Derry.
Yes.
Welcome to Derry. Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Brilliant. Kill your darlings, blimey. It's brutal, isn't it? But it's done well. I love the opening montage with the pictures.
Great.
Yeah.
They're all lovely, and then something's going on in the corner, and it's
Won't be watching it. Yeah, no clowns. No clowns.
Yeah.
No.
Any plans to make a book? Maybe I would love a book of your work, man. I mean, that would be great.
There's a video of one my wife sent off, and it's a lovely book, and it's a hardback one, and it's just all my pictures on it, and on the front page it's the picture of Brody, and the barrels are coming towards him, and on the back page it's behind Brody going bang and the boom, and in the middle of it. But it'd be on one of my YouTube pages, but there's a couple of where she got it wrong, so they're duplicated, and I'm like, and the picture I'm just going, oh hello, I'll just go through the book and then put it down and all that. But yeah, I would do it. But it's one of the things, isn't it? You've got to get the money up first and speculate to accumulate and all that.
Sure.
Sort of But they do. It does look nice. Like, I might look into that. Do something like that. Print anything off or whatever.
You're going to sell at least one copy because I'll buy it.
Yeah.
My wife said I've got to show that.
Oh wow.
Hold on, we can hear. I can pull you in here. I can pull you in full screen there, buddy. Go ahead, hold him up.
That's the Rondo.
2023
Rondo
Award.
Yeah.
Lee Hartnup. Rondo, yeah.
So you get him in 2023, but it's actually from the year after that because they're like backwards.
Yeah.
So you get it in 2024. I got that in 24, but it's for the previous year and all the vote and all that. And the wife's like, "Oh, you have to get that in." It's like, "Oh, yeah." He just sits up on the shelf and all that. Happy. I mean, I've got a few mates and they've won loads of them, and I'm like, I'd like to just have one either end. But it's like an Oscar. If you got one, it's like, I don't care. I've got one now. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Well, so you guys at home, what he's talking about? So the Rondo, the Classic Horror Awards, come up once a year. I think the voting is. I think it's in March because I voted for you. I think the last 2 years because you had posted across your pages about it. You got on and voted. So in March they do you do votes on people's work, and Lee's happens to be up there and has won the Rondo Award. Yeah, so really pretty cool,
And,
man. Yeah,
I was runner up last year, and it's like nice to be in the running. And the year before that, because I never looked into anything like this because I wouldn't have thought I made a ripple really. And I was looking at that, I was like, oh, fan artist, and I saw my name as a runner up. I'm like, what? I'm a runner up, and I haven't even promoted, because with those things you've got to promote yourself. You've got to, because it's an email vote. So unless someone knows it's happening, they're never going to find it. So you have to spam everyone. So, go vote for me, please. But I don't care. I've got one, and I'm quite happy with him.
There's actually a character in the Rocketeer that drew inspiration from Rondo Hatton. If you watch the Disney film The Rocketeer, like the villain he looks exactly like Rondo Hatton.
Rondo Hatton buried in Tampa. We used to go by his grave.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah, of course. So it's sad because you see the pictures of him without it.
The Valve back right there. That's pretty good. I did not know that.
I predicted in the Fanatics book another win, my friend. So hopefully,
we get there.
Well, you put it out there, and we'll put it across the pages for you. We'll definitely get some votes in, because there's a lot of us out there that really enjoy your work, buddy. That floats around and gets used and borrowed and everything else. So yeah, absolutely.
Let me tell you, just looking at your work, Lee, it is really spectacular. It really is terrific. It really is just all the work and jaw stuff. It's terrific.
Because he emailed me, because my nieces went up to the zombie thon thing up in London, and I said, "Oh, take a picture of. Here's a picture of one of my Jaws finishes. If you see Greg Nicotero, show him it, because he likes Jaws." And she got the autograph, and she's actually got a photograph of him with her phone next to it and my picture, and him type it, and he actually emailed me. Oh, so wow. I've now got his email address and all that, and sending pictures and all that every now and again. And it's sort of like he just said, "Oh, it's lovely." Or when I mean, it's blowing your own trumpet, but when I got Rick Baker tweeted me on Twitter, as it was back then, and all that, and he said, "Oh, something. Well, I love it." I always put that as the header on my pages. It's like, he knows my name. He knows my name.
When Greg is emailing you about your work, that's a pretty big compliment. I mean, yeah.
You sort of sit there and go, bloody dog.
Yeah.
I'll take what I get.
Well, what you're putting out there speaks for itself, and I think I think at times it's easy to be your own worst critic, and so like I said, you're doing a lot of very impressive things, and it's obviously being seen by the eyes of people other than just us sitting here. So that goes a long way. So again, not trying to embarrass you, Lee, but that's why I wanted to invite you on, because I just have a lot. We all have a lot of respect for what you do. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you very much.
Incredible stuff, and
nice to be liked.
And love the fact that your stuff ended up on the cover of Mike's book, because I absolutely love that picture. Some of my favorite work of yours.
It is fun. That one is one of my favorite pictures. That one, I do like that. So again, model boat.
Incredible picture. Yeah, and from the water I viewed. So yeah,
and the old.
So two things. Number one, we want to kind of keep that relevant, and after we're done tonight, I'm actually going to put some of your pages across our pages so people know where they can go and look at some of your work and see that down. And so if there's anyone in particular, Lee, that you would like me to put across, let me know and I'll put them up. I know you've got quite a few across just about every social media possible. So maybe message to me what you'd like me to post, and I'll gladly put them up for you. Yeah,
it'd probably be the Instagram one, which I'm having to rebuild because my account got hacked twice. And the galling thing is, it's still up there, and it's so nightmarish when you just got to keep re-uploading. And I had like 2,000, 3,000 pictures that I've done uploaded, and then you got to go, have I done that one before? And it scroll. No, upload, wait, do it that again. And it's sort of I've got to go through all that. But that is normally where I keep all everything that I do. I just
Yeah.
put it on the Instagram. It's like, right, if you want to see what I do, just have a good scroll there. It's all monsters and horror.
Okay. Well,
and
you've
all
got
that,
when
and all that.
and you've got a Jaws. So if you guys get on, just Google, like Jaws or artwork by Goat Boy. You'll see that come up, and I know you have a dedicated Facebook page just for that, and I think you have one just for zombies too.
Yeah,
Right?
I haven't been on them for ages. Yeah, because I think they turned it into like a business thing. And it's like, I don't want it to be a business. I just want to go fan art, have a look. There they all are. But zombie. Yeah, I can't even remember the name of it. I mean, one's I think Jaws fan art, and the other one is Goat Boy Zombies or something like that.
Yeah, I believe one is
Wait till
Goat Boy
promote yourself,
Zombies.
Lee.
Yeah. Well, as we're wrapping up here, let me actually pull one of your pages up to show everyone, so that way, if people want to go looking and searching you out, because we hit on Jaws tonight, but we also hit on some of your zombie stuff as well, because you do a lot more than just that. It's just that you're in the Jaws world is what we're seeing across those pages. So let me just show you just one page is what he's talking about here. So he is available across just about every form of social media that I'm aware of. But just for a quick example, in the realm of what we've been talking about here, here is his Facebook page
Oh, wow.
just dedicated to his
Nice.
Jaws fan art. So, you guys can get on there and just go through and just view some of the things that he's done just in the Jaws world. He has a zombie page. You can get on and go through and look at some of his zombie work as well. And your stuff shows up across countless other web pages, other people who are fans of your Warhammer and some places like that post up your things, whether you know it or not, and talk about how much they love it. You're their favorite zombie artist, Jaws artist. And so a lot of stuff out there, guys. I mean,
Wow.
he's the talent and the time and the passion that he has and puts into this work is just simply amazing. Yeah, I mean, it really is. Yeah.
Cool.
In fact,
Everyone hated that one.
Well,
one with the dog.
oh yeah, with tipping in the water there. Yes. So, but just to give you guys a heads up at home, and I'll post a couple pages for you to go check him out. And then Lee's a great guy. Shoot him a message. Tell him, hey, appreciate this, like this. I'm sure you'd love to hear it, because I think it's one thing, and maybe you don't hear enough, but even because I know I stumbled across your work, and I think I put in a post that was something, and it was the picture you did. It's one of my favorite pictures of you. It's the picture that you did of Quint looking up off of I think it was off of the mast or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Picture of Quint on the Orca, and I don't know, love that and love the perspective of that. And you said, yeah, that's my picture. And I went, really? Is it? It was a couple of years ago. Yeah. And I was like, no. So I started, I said, Goat Boy is like, I got to check this guy out. And so I started diving around and seeing pictures and stuff. And yeah, really cool stuff. Great perspective.
Wow.
Everything has most of it has that lingering darkness. You do have some of the daytime stuff, but yeah, that eeriness, the darkness.
Yeah, I like the sunset at nighttime, because that's when they come out. And all that.
It's very relevant to work. So awesome.
No, I love it.
Cool. Yeah, really. Yeah.
Because I had that Book of Quint, Ryan Dacko.
Yes.
Have you read that? That's good, isn't it? He turned around and said I inspired him for it.
So I read that.
Quote,
I read that somewhere.
I pulled the quote up.
Part of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mentioned him in the other podcast and that, and I said, I said, I weren't sure if I remembered it right, but did you say? He goes, I got it here. He goes, spot on, Lee. You can quote me on that. During the research phase for the Book of Quint, your artwork inspired and served as proof that seeing Jaws from alternate angles is the purest form of tribute to the movie we all loved. Many of your art pieces created the visual cues any author needs to write at a subconscious level. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. Thank you. But I think it's just like, see it from a different angle.
Sure.
You can start to, really notice it.
Yeah. Yeah, you got incredible perspective.
Just gets the juices flowing.
Yeah. And it's what drives the rest of us when we're seeing that, because we often think about that, or what if, that, or everyone has their own perception on certain things. So the fact you're able to bring it there to life is really cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Glasses.
All right. Well, Lee, I want to thank you for coming on and hanging out with us, and I want to thank you for joining us and sharing some of your stuff with us. And listen, great time just sitting and talking to you. To be perfectly honest with you, it was a lot of fun.
Totally enjoyed it.
Just a lot of fun. So, and again, you guys at home, get on and check him out. Like I said, I'll throw a couple posts up and stuff like that. And yeah, his stuff is, and there's tons of it. There's so much out there to look at.
Yeah, there's a
different
lot.
genres, different takes on things. Yeah, everything from the real gory to the real subtle, and just that art of fear of unknown is there. So really cool perspective on what you're doing with your work, Lee. So I want to thank you, buddy.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right, big round of applause for Lee. You guys at home, same thing. Yeah, awesome stuff. So we're gonna wrap up tonight, and we're gonna take just a few minutes to talk about a little fundraiser that we're gonna be doing. Lee, feel free to hang out if you want. If you don't want to, I get it. You got stuff over it. Feel free to hang out. So
yeah,
we're
just gonna go let my dog out.
Go right ahead. Absolutely.
Dog scratch.
So, Mike, should we kind of hit on a couple details here? Let me pull up.
Did he fall down the stairs?
Nice. He threw the dog out.
That was a zombie scratching at the door. That's what that was.
Watch out, Lee. Don't open the door.
Oh,
A big dog.
all right.
And he's back.
There we
There he
go.
is.
All right. Let me get that in here. For
I
you.
see him. Yeah.
So we have something here that recently has been in the works, and something we're putting out there across pages, and we're going to try and do, I guess you would almost call like a raffle / fundraiser that we're going to be doing across the pages. We're going to be promoting across our page. It's going to be promoted across the Let's Talk Jaws Live, Jaws 50, Amity Jaws, I believe even over maybe hit like Jaws Paradise and some of the other pages. There's something that we're going to be doing, or basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to raise some money for a nonprofit organization for the protection of the ocean, and namely, I mean, what we're geared up for is sharks in the ocean. And so, Mike, can you give us a little bit of details as to what things are going to cost? What are the ideas that people can actually win in this raffle? And maybe when we're looking to do it.
Well, we've been talking about this for a while. This being the 50th year of Jaws, and I sit back and I look and I look around me, and I have my friends and I write books, and Jaws has given so much to me that I thought it would be great to give back a little bit of that. And we spoke to Wendy Benchley, and she suggested this organization called Wild Aid. And what we're doing is we're selling raffle tickets, $2 each. We have a bunch of prizes. Joe Al's new book, autographed by he and Dennis Prinz. A set of Jaws lottery scratch-off tickets that have not been scratched from various states, just a group. I've got we got a Hooper action figure from NECA. We've got a shark ornament from Retro Agogo. We've got a copy of the February 1968 National Geographic, which is featured in the film. We've got a pack of Jaws 3 trading cards with gum. We've got a lot of other little things, but the big prize is I call it the instant autograph collection. Some of you may know that the special edition Jaws 2 book that we did was limited to 1,000 copies. And this auction, you will get copy number 1. You will get copy 0001 of 1,000. It's numbered, it's signed, and it's coming with a lot of book plates signed by cast and crew. I made a list here. The signature, you have a book plate signed by Lou Pisano, who helped me write the book. Lou has since passed. You have Ben Anderson, who is Sparky the scuba diver. Jerry Baxter, who's the helicopter captain in Jaws 2. Bobby Chisaric, whose father worked on the set and took a lot of the photos that are featured in the book. Gene Coulter, who is the ski boat driver. John Dukakis, Tom Dunlop. Mark Gilpin, who played Sean Brody, who's no longer with us. David Hamilton, Murray's son. The original director, John Hancock.
Wow.
Tom Joyner, who was a production assistant. David Owsley and his sister, Susan McMillan. They were the other Amity kids that you didn't get a lot of screen time, but they were part of the Amity kid group. The great director, Jeannot Schwark. Gary Springer, wow. And original screenwriter, Dorothy Tristan. And wow. They're all on these book plates that I had made up. You want to bring this up? Can you bring me up, Nate, real quick?
Yep. Hold on a second. We pull you back here. We'll pull you in whole screen. So go ahead, Mike. Pull those up for us so we can see some of those guys. Look at that.
Oh,
wow. All signed book plates.
Jeannot.
Incredible.
Yeah. When they signed these, and I've had these for a while. I told them, I said I would one day like to do something and be able to do this for charity. So I thought, this being the 50th year, now's the time to do it. So,
yeah.
Great idea.
So you're seeing and hearing about it live. So details pertaining to this are you're going to be able to purchase tickets, and you can purchase tickets, as many tickets as you want to. We have a PayPal account set up for Wild Aid. And you're also, for anyone that maybe does not have PayPal, you will have the option of we have a Venmo account that you can contribute to as well. How much are tickets going to be a piece, Mike?
$2.
$2 for $2 a piece.
Get you an entry, and what we will do is on January 4th, we will do a special show, and we will draw the winners live.
Yes.
And everybody that enters is eligible for the grand prize, which is how I refer to it, the Jaws 2 book. If you win something else, let's say we pull out, Bob Jones, he wins the Jaws 3 cards. Okay, great. But when we go to draw for the book and all the autographs, everybody's ticket goes back in. So it's not like, oh, I don't have a chance for this because I got that. So
so you could buy, you could buy one ticket, and regardless of what happens, your ticket will be back in for the grand prize. But that being said, with all of the other prizes that you're eligible for winning, the more tickets that you purchase, it ups your chance a little bit, obviously, on some of those. And keep in mind too that this is all going to Wild Aid. We are not taking one single dime of this. This is all going to be donated to charity. I actually talked to Wendy Benchley about what would be a good organization. This is one that she suggested, and so that's why we are going to be making this donation. Again, we take nothing from this. We're doing nothing with it other than making that donation over to Wild Aid for the protection and the preservation of oceans and of sharks, all the various species of sharks in the ocean. So you're going to see this being thrown across. You're going to see some promo videos popping up, and you're going to be seeing some pictures of some of the prizes that are going to be available. And that's going to happen. Everything is going to be posted and up and running. You'll be able to donate as early as tomorrow. and we're going to run the donations through the 27th of December. And then come the 4th, we will air, and we will pull the winners live on a special show. So that gives you a nice chunk of time to make those donations, and there'll be more to come. So tonight, just kind of letting the cat out of the bag for a sec. Just want to let everybody know about that. Okay?
Yeah. Spread the word. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
That's right.
Share it.
That's right. And yes, share it out there. And in the wonderful line of Better Off Dead, I want my $2.
My $2.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Lee, I don't know if you know this, but we have a little thing that we do here at the end of our show. We don't say goodbye to anybody. What we do is we do a little fins up for everyone. We say fins up. Have yourselves a wonderful week, and we let Quint take us out. So everybody at home, want to thank you very much. Everyone that chimed in tonight. A lot of people saying thank you, Lee. We got a bunch of people chiming in saying love your stuff, love your art. So thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you at home, everybody. And again, yeah, thank you very much.
Thank
buddy.
you for having me. It's been a joy.
Oh, absolutely loved having you on, and we'll let Quint take us out.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.